2023 and probably almost all, if not all, of 2024 are going to be tough times to sell real estate. Hi, my name is Jim McCord. I've been a realtor since 1993. We're in some really tough times right now, but you can make it as a new realtor or as an experienced realtor. If you're not doing a lot of business right now, don't leave the industry. Start prospecting. And I'm not going to tell you to prospect like most other managers and most other coaches by cold phone calling out of the directory or paying Zillow or paying Realtor.com or any of those other lead companies to get leads. You don't need to do any of that. 30 years I've never paid for a lead, ever. What you want to do is you want to go after expired listings. Think about this. Now you're going to say we don't have a lot of expireds. Your MLS has plenty of expireds. I've been coaching realtors for the last 7 years. I've been on over 180 different MLSs, and I have yet to find one that doesn't have a plethora of old expireds. And you want to narrow those down into the expired listings where that previous listing agent used the wrong photo, especially the first photo. But a lot of realtors these days are still using their cell phone to take MLS photos, or they're using their own camera. Anyway, that's how you want to select it. So you go after old expireds, go back 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Think about this. You go after one expired a day, 5 days a week. Times 4, that's 20 a month. Times 12, that's 240 expired listings that you will have gone after in a year's time. Let's say you only get 5% of those. 5%. 5% of 240 is 12 listings. Now, if you continue to do what you've been doing, which most realtors who are struggling are doing, you're not prospecting at all or very little. So does 12 listings sound pretty good? Yeah, 12 new listings a year is really good. And that's only if you are only getting 5% of the ones you're going after. And it's also if you're only going after one expired listing in a day. Imagine if you double that, you go after 2 expired listings a day, which is going to take you, the way that I'll teach you, only about 2 hours a day. That's all. That doubles that 240 to 480. And if you only get 5% of those 480 listed, you're going to list 24 properties in a year's time. Expired listings, not from last night, but go back 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I'm going to put my phone number and my email address in the description of this video. If you think you don't have a plethora of expired listings on your MLS, message me or call me. I'll set up a time to get on Zoom with you at no cost. We'll get on your MLS and I'll show you not only how many expired listings you have when you go back 2, 3, 4, 5 years, but about 30% of those listing agents used bad photos or the wrong first photo. Those are the ones you want to go after. I'm going to share 2 books. This book changed my life more than anything else. The One Thing by Gary Keller. It's not a real estate book, and I am no longer a Keller Williams agent, so I'm not trying to sell anybody on Keller, although it's a great company. But this book is not about real estate. What it teaches people to do is focus. What's that one thing that you can do every day that will bring you closer to your goal, whatever your goal is? That's why that book, The One Thing, became a #1 bestseller. It's not geared towards real estate agents. It doesn't talk about real estate at all. But I read this book when it was given to me 8 years ago, and I'm not going to go into detail here, but just let me tell you this. It changed my life more than any book I ever read. And what I'm going to tell you to do is go to your library if you don't want to order it. It's about $25 on Amazon, but every library has a copy. And read that book. It'll teach you how and why to focus. And if you want to make it in real estate, what you want to do is focus on 1 or 2 old expireds every day, 5 days a week. Now, you want to focus on it, but what you don't want to do is what all the other realtors are doing who will be calling on some of those expireds too. They're going to phone call. That's all they're going to do. I wrote a book about 7.5 years ago called A Revolution in Real Estate Sales. Very quickly became a #1 bestseller on Amazon. It's a short book because I don't try and teach agents everything about real estate in here. I teach only how to prospect for listings. That's all you're going to get in that book. And it's not cold phone calling. I did the cold phone calling my first 10 years. It works. It's miserable. It's brutal. I hated those 2 hours a day that I cold phone call. And almost every seller does not want to get a cold phone call from you. So you're not going to get any of that in this book. 15 years ago, I quit the cold phone calling and I prospect, but I do not cold phone call them. It works. So if you want to make it in this business, don't sit around your house and hope people call you. Don't be out working other agents' open houses. Don't be going to coffee shops. Don't be farming areas of 200 or 700 or 1,000 homes, because less than 5% of those people are going to be selling this year. Less than 5% in any market. What you want to do is go after people who want to sell right now. They're called expired listings. You don't have to pay for them. You get on your MLS. Go after the old ones. They're way better than new ones. And if you don't believe me, feel free to message me or call me. We'll schedule a time to get on Zoom in the next couple of days. Jim McCord. Click on the description. You'll see my email and my video or my phone number. Look forward to talking to you guys.